Hey y'all, it's Lindsay, and welcome back to my face for the last time of 2016. What? Before we get into this last video of the year on my channel, I want to thank you guys for making 2016 such an awesome year. I know my posting schedule wasn't exactly every Food Friday as I advertised, but I really did try in the beginning. I definitely was good at that. School took over, I worked in the summer. I'm not making excuses, well I am, but I'm not making excuses, I'm just explaining why. I've always said this since the start of my channel. School is a priority, YouTube comes second, so that's why. Also, I noticed in one video that I filmed, I think my gift guide, I never look at the camera except when I'm vlogging, so I'm really going to try this video to actually talk to you and not be like, oh well, it's blah, blah, actually look in the lens. Let's hope that works. So, this week's video is going to be my top 16 things of 2016. So these are 16 things that happened this year that I feel like are worth mentioning because they're good and they improved my life and they made me really happy this year. So I'm going to attempt to go in chronological order from January until this December. In the summer months and fall, I might skip around a little bit just because certain things don't necessarily have a date to attach to them, but I really am going to try. And I don't have my phone out or anything. These are all from my brain because I feel like it's going to be much more authentic that way. So let's get started. These are in no particular order, and I'm going to count from 1 up to 16 instead of 16 down to 1 because I'm starting with the first month of the year, so it just makes sense to me. So the first thing I'm going to mention, number 1, January 22nd of 2016, I did something that I have been wanting to do for years since I started watching YouTube. I posted a video to this very channel that you're on right now. I am almost at the year mark. I'm at 11, a little over 11 months right now, and I am so happy. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. What is this? I want to thank all of you. I know a lot of people start their channel, and after 3 or 4 months they have 500, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. I could care less, and I couldn't care less. I mean, I don't say that in a bad way, well, I don't care about you guys, no, but I could care less if I get to 40,000 subscribers or 1 million at some point in life. I'm happy with staying where I am. Everyone wants growth, and obviously I look for growth and I look for improvement in my content and my quality, and hopefully in the future I can get a nicer, a camera that, even if I just get a nicer vlogging camera, one that actually has a viewfinder, get a little external microphone, maybe a light or two, or just a lamp or something to give me better lighting. If you saw my setup right now, you would laugh. But that's okay. For me, I'm doing something that I love, and you guys seem to be enjoying it, those of you that watch, all 41 of you as of now. So thank you so much for that. I'm really grateful for all of you. Thank you for watching and supporting and commenting and doing all that you do and interacting with me, and a lot of you I know are my friends. So thank you for that, and thank you for being my friend and watching my stuff and supporting me. I really appreciate it, and I hope that in 2017 the Curious Culinary family can grow. Also, before the end of next year, I would like to hit 100 subscribers. That's my goal. Hopefully I can hit it well before the end of next year, but that's my goal, because when I hit 100 I can change my URL to actually be what I want my channel name to be. So that would be really cool. So if you enjoy this content and you enjoyed me this year, I would really love it if you could tell a friend, or if you have more than one account, I mean, go ahead. I'm not encouraging spams, don't do that, but if you have more than one account and you really like my face, feel free to subscribe on both. Feel free to send me to your friends. Okay. So the number 2 thing that I did this year happened in February. I had my 20th birthday, which means I was no longer a teenager. Also, if you hear random booms every now and then, it's kind of stopped now because it's 9:30 at night, but there's fireworks. It's supposed to be torrential rain tomorrow night and the next day, so New Year's Eve fireworks. If it's pouring rain, you can't really do things that involve fire. So a lot of people are doing them tonight while, they can, since tomorrow night probably can't. Oh well, they'll probably do them the next weekend. When it's not raining, they'll save all their fireworks. But anyway, yeah, I turned 20. I still look like I'm 12. I went to vote a few weeks ago, and the guy was like, "Are you sure you checked in? Because I don't even look old enough to be 18 to vote." And in 2 months, in like a little over a month, I turned 21. So I don't even look old enough to vote, yet I'm almost legal to drink in America. Interesting. So yeah, I ended being a teenager, and I turned 20, so that's pretty cool. Halfway to 40, you know, halfway to that midlife crisis. Okay. Okay. Number 3 thing that happened this year was in March, my cousin got married, and I was a bridesmaid, and it was just such a great time to witness her and her husband's love together, and to just be a bridesmaid. I'd never done that, and to be at a wedding. I was a flower girl when I was like 2 or 3. I remember like 1 or 2 things from that wedding. I don't remember a lot of it. So it was really cool. I've been to weddings, but I hadn't really been a part of it. So to be in this wedding and be such a large part of it, and to witness their love together and their lives together now, was a really special time. So that's definitely worth mentioning. The number 4 thing that happened this year, in April, I went to Jazz Fest and saw Nicholas Jerry Jonas in person. I have a vlog on my channel. If you would like to see that, you can go on my channel and find it. It's under the playlist vlogs, and also just on my channel. I don't have too many videos, so you should be able to find it pretty easily. Just look for the attractive pictures of Nick Jonas in the thumbnail. But I saw Nick, and if you know anything about me, I have been a Jonas fan for now like a good 10 years, and seeing him by himself was a weird experience, but it was the 3rd time I've seen him just like ever in general. With his brothers, a solo, just 3rd time overall, and he was great, and he's so talented, and I love him, and he's just, it's funny because we're coming up on a new year now, and he's still such a large part of my life, one of the biggest parts of my life, music-wise, and who I look up to and still support. And it's crazy how through all these years and all these different new years, how many new artists you find and you fall in love with. The ones that really stuck with you, that you always go back to, it always fascinates me. So, in May, I went to Press Play Houston and met Alex Ryan. Oh wait, no, that's what was almost number 5. I forgot, yeah. No, that didn't happen. Almost happened, but in March she like left the tour, so I didn't go. This is awkward. In May, I successfully completed my sophomore year of college. So that was really cool to have 2 years under my belt. And leading into that, number 6, in June, I started my first job. Now, I know what you're thinking. You were 20 before you had your first job? Yes. When I was younger, my sister had a job working at this like clothing company for someone that we know for breast cancer awareness, and I would go and help like bag bracelets and stuff. And one time she gave me some money, one time she gave me like a gift card somewhere, but actual like paying job. Yeah, this was my first one, and I worked at a restaurant. I won't say which one, but a restaurant where I live. It's pretty popular, and I did it for like my summer internship, so I got class credit and I got paid, and it was a really eye-opening experience for me. It was my first real restaurant job, and I got to see kind of the inner workings of my career and what I want to do, and it really opened my eyes to all of that. So, in following that, also in the summer, this is going to be at least like 2 or 3 of my top things. It all goes under the same day, but they're separate. So, first thing I did is I convinced one of my best friends, Zeta, to go to Warped Tour New Orleans with me. Now, Warped Tour has not been to New Orleans since like 2002 or something ridiculous. So when they said they were coming back, We the Kings, if you don't know, are my favorite band, and also some of my favorite YouTubers, Travis, Danny, and of course Charles Trippy, favorite people. I went and I saw them here at Warped Tour New Orleans, and they're on the tour like every other year. And so I looked at the lineup and I was like, oh yes, they're on it again. They announced the tour dates and then the lineup, so I saw the tour dates and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the year that We the Kings are going to be on it. And I knew that I wanted to go and see them. I didn't have tickets until like a few days before because my mom and dad like didn't want to take me, and my sister did not want to go at all. And I don't really have a lot of friends that listen to that music. Like, I know of people that listen to that music, but not enough people or anyone I'm close enough to like invite them to a place like Warped Tour. So I talked to my friend, and first she was like, she wanted to go to hang out with me, but I don't know if she was really into it. But as we were there and we listened to some different bands and stuff, she really got into it. So, number 7, I believe we're at. Yes, number 7. Going to Warped Tour with my best friend Data. So, number 8 thing that I did was while I was at Warped Tour, I saw a Mayday Parade and the Main for the first time. Also, Yellow Card, who are no longer going to be a band. I was able to see so many different acts that I've wanted to see. Mayday Parade are coming back here on their 10th anniversary tour in March, and I need to go. So if any of you live in my area and you like Mayday Parade and you want to go see a show, hit me up. 'Cause I need somebody to go with. Unless Zeta wants to go, I need somebody to go with. So yeah, seeing a lot of new bands that are on my list of like I need to see before they stop being a band. Yellow Card was towards the bottom of that list, but they were still on that list. They just finished their last tour after Warped Tour, and they're no longer releasing music or albums. They're disbanding. All puns intended. You're welcome. And yeah, it was really cool to see them, such like a icon in the pop punk scene, I guess, before they stopped touring. It was really cool to say that I heard Ocean Avenue in person. Ooh. And obviously the Main and Mayday Parade and Ghost Town and all of the cool acts that I saw. Warped Tour is coming back this summer and I want to go, even though We the Kings won't be on it. I think As It Is will be on it because they were on in 2015. And if so, I'm going because Patty Walters used to be a YouTuber and now he's still the lead singer, but like now he's like just the lead singer, but like Patty Walters is like just a beautiful human, and I used to watch his videos, and if I met him I would implode internally and externally. So yeah, I'm gonna try and go this summer too if my work schedule allows it. Number 8 thing that I did this summer, also like part of Warped Tour, I spent like over an hour just talking to and hanging out with Travis Clark. I won't bore you with the whole story. I have a Warped Tour vlog on my channel where I go at the end whole spiel about Travis and my love for him and We the Kings and all of the acts that I saw, so I will find that on my channel. It's there. I won't bore you with that, but it was one of the sweetest things. Also, this is just gonna go along. Okay, number 9 thing that happened this year. This actually happened earlier in the year, but I forgot to mention it. And I know a lot of you probably are going to be like, it's just a follow, but the We the Kings band account followed me. And then like, I think before, maybe after, no, I think before. And then like 2 days before my birthday, or like 2 days after, it was right on my birthday, Travis followed me on Twitter, and that was like before I had met him again and stuff. And he like replied to me and followed me, and it was like just so happy, and I cried. And it's so stupid, like it's just a follow, who cares? But a lot of cool YouTubers and stuff have like followed me. Shout out to David Seymour and a bunch of other like cool peeps, and I think it's cool because you had the opportunity. If like I've never DM'd Travis Clark, but like knowing that I can if I ever needed him in some kind of situation, like having that capability is really cool. So the number 10 thing that I did this year, fast forward, so I finished like a successful job and stuff. I started another semester of school. This is number 10, and I started the hardest class. So there's a class where we literally run a restaurant on campus, and since your first semester as a freshman, you hear about it, you know about it. It's like hard. It's everyone's worst semester there, and I was really nervous. So in August, you know, I started it, and we didn't actually get like, we started like talking about stuff, but we didn't actually get in the kitchen and like start serving food and stuff, like as be servers and work in the back until like October. So when October came, schedules got crazy. I had one other class on top of this, and I just found it hard to find time to study and stuff. I worked it out, but that was something that I definitely did, and I completed it successfully. So like my number 10 thing is that I took on one of like the hardest semesters, my hardest semester I will probably ever have while in college, and I did it successfully, and I'm really proud of myself, and I don't want to cry, but it was really hard, and I was really nervous because I don't have as much like restaurant experience as some of the other people. I've only had, like I said, one kitchen job. Some of them are actively working and stuff, and I was nervous that I would like not do well, and I'm really proud of myself for how well I did. Okay, number 11, this again kind of goes out of order, but this goes out to everyone that has become my friend this year. whether it's in real life or online. I have made a lot of new internet friends this year. Some of them live like really close to me, I found out, like Mississippi, and you know, other ones live in other countries and stuff. Some of them are even YouTubers. Shout out to you, Joe Binder. Hey, you're probably not watching this, but like maybe you are. So, hey Joe, what's up? I made a lot of different friends in a lot of different places, and I love all of them, and I hope that I get to meet some of these people in 2017, even some of the friends I've had since like a year and, you know, 2 years ago. Alex, Amanda, Riley, Grace, Kiara, Michael, Libby, Jessica, and Logan. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a little cough. Anyway, so yeah, my number 11 thing is that I made so many awesome friendships this year, and I even just expanded upon the ones that I already had, and I've grown closer with a lot of people, and that's something definitely worth mentioning. I love you all, and I don't want to cry, but yeah. My number 12 thing that I did this year was in September, I went to Sounds Live, Feels Live. I saw Callum Hood in person. I am shook to the core. I never say that. I'm sorry. I also have a vlog of that on my channel you can watch. But that was something definitely like eye-opening. That I loved it, and it was just a really cool tour. And again, seeing them, I had floor seats. I wasn't like, you know, front row floor or anything, but I was on the floor, which is the closest like assigned seats I've ever had as a show. For We the Kings, I was like second row, like in the pit, so that's the closest I've ever been. But yeah, that's something that's really cool that happens, that I am really excited that it happened, and I love them, and I hope I get to see them again, because Hey Violet, Roy English, and 5 Seconds of Summer were great. The number 13 thing that happened this year was in October, I got to be executive chef at this restaurant night, and also later in November I was like in charge of the front of the house service. It's like a maitre d', and my family came both of those nights, and also few other dinners my family came, and getting to just show my family. I'm gonna get real sentimental for a minute, but my mama, who was like my best friend and is one of the reasons why I'm like a culinary major, I'm really about to cry, wow. We always talked about, oh, I'm gonna go to culinary school, I'm gonna be a chef, and having it finally happen was really cool. She passed away when I was 13, I believe, in the summer of 2010, and so her not being able to be there, this is something where I know she would have loved, and she would have been so proud of me. Wow, I'm gonna cry. And she would have been so proud. So even though she couldn't be there, having all of my family, my aunts and uncles, and my mom and dad, and my cousins. My sister couldn't go to the earlier ones because she had, she's a master's class for her master's, and she's also a teacher. But she came to a later one that was like a big, important, fancy one that we did in November, and that was really cool to see her there, and getting to show them like the facility where I learned. And they just seeing me in my element, they kept saying like, oh, you seem really happy, and I am, and I think that's something that, you know, I'm really happy with what I'm doing, and getting to like show my family how happy I am and stuff was really cool. So that's something I want to mention. I'm really proud of myself. We planned a menu, and I worked with my partners, and that was one of the hardest things I've ever done personally, career-wise and school-wise, and emotional draining and time consumption, and I'm really proud of myself. So it kind of goes along with the previous one I said about this class, but this is specifically like getting to show my family all the stuff that I did this year was like really freaking awesome and really freaking cool, and I'm really happy that I was able to do it. And even though my mama could not be there, I know that she was there in spirit, and yeah, it's something that I always wanted to do. And I never got the chance to like cook for her in that aspect, and I know that she would be like so proud of me and so happy, and I'm really glad that I was able to have my family there support me. Even though she couldn't be, I know she would have loved it, and yeah, so I'm just happy that all my family were there. My Uncle Jerry couldn't be there either. He passed away in 2008. He was also my godfather, and again, my aunt, his wife, was there, and she's my blood relative. He's my uncle by marriage. Not that that matters. He's obviously, like, he's family, but you know what I mean. Just, like, clarify, my mom's sister. But he was my godfather, and I know he would have been proud as well. And it's just times like that when you are surrounded by all your family and everyone that you love. And like with my cousin's wedding and stuff, you really miss those people. And I feel like this year more so than others, like obviously when they first passed away, but I feel like in other years I thought about them like somewhat and sometimes, but this year especially doing this class that I know, like I would call my mom and she would want to know, oh, everything we did this week, and they're interested and they care, but I can only tell them so many things before they get bored of hearing of cooking. But my mom was the type of person where I could have called her up and I could tell her everything we did that week, and she'd ask questions and she'd be so interested, and if I had leftovers and brought them home to her, she'd be so excited and happy. And I wish, this is something that I wish I would have been able to share with her, both of them, and I'm sad I can't. So this year is definitely a year where I feel like I missed both of them a lot, more than I have in other years. So this is just, as we're coming upon a new year, I know a lot of you, especially a lot of like celebrity deaths have happened recently and everyone's shocked by it, and you think, oh, this poor girl, her grandma and her mom died within days of each other. It's sad. I'm not saying it's not sad, but that could easily be you, and you think that it can't. But you know, when these celebrities die, everyone freaks out, and oh, all these, you know, gifts are all over your timeline, and pictures and quotes from their movies, and everyone's tweeting them and this and that about how sad, and it is sad. But for you, when someone in your life passes away or something, you don't necessarily have all of that like international support, and I think just because it's not on a national scale doesn't mean it isn't affecting you the same way. And so if you are dealing with loss, especially around the holidays and stuff, I'm really sorry. And if you guys ever need to talk about anything in your personal life with that, or just you being upset or sad, please tweet me. My DMs are not open, but if most of you are probably follow, and if not, tweet me and I will follow you, or leave a comment down below if you feel comfortable with that, and we can talk about anything. I'm always here for you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to say, as we're coming upon a new year, make sure the people that you love know that you love them and appreciate them, because you never know how long they're going to be here for. The number 14 thing that I did this year was I completed another successful semester of college. I officially have 3 semesters left now until I graduate. The summer semester, I do enroll in the summer semester, but it's really a job. I get class credit, so it counts like statistically according to my college as a semester. I'll get credit for it. But for me, like, it's not like an on-campus semester, so I don't count it because it's like working. So I have 3 semesters and a job left until I graduate college, and that's scary and terrifying. But I completed another semester, and I've got my highest GPA that I've ever gotten with like this semester and this grueling kind of intense semester. I have got 3 A's in all of like my culinary aspects and a C in my other class, but it was kind of hard, the tests and stuff, so I pulled that C out of my butt at the last minute. I guess I did well on the exam, and I have a 3.5 GPA, and I'm now on the president's list for my university, so that's really cool, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm saving my GPA slowly but surely. Right now it's like a 2.9 something after this semester. I really want to get it back up into like the 3 point whatever, my cumulative GPA. I'm really going to try next semester and the last years to really, the last 2 semesters, except for like 1 class, will basically be like all culinary, so I should be able to save my grade. So I have 2 things left, and I'm really trying to think of things that like impacted my year in a positive way. And okay, the number 15 thing that I did this year was I found lots of new YouTube channels. I was going to do a video on like my top YouTubers of 2016 that I watched the most, but I watched a lot of people, and narrowing it down to just like 10 or 16 was kind of hard. Also, I'm gonna post this on like New Year's Eve / New Year's Day, and so I wouldn't really have enough time to like edit and film all of these videos. But I really want to mention one channel in particular. I've watched so many new ones this year. A lot of the people on my sidebar are my friends. Some of them are channels that I watch. I've talked about some of these people before, but I mentioned him a few minutes ago. Joe Binder is a really cool dude who started, like, vlogging in the summer, and now he's doing amazing with his channel, and I'm really proud of him, and he's really cool, and he's my age, and he's British, and, like, he makes really cool content. Like, Casey Neistat better watch out. All of the daily vloggers and travel vloggers, Louis Cole is shook to the core. Anyway, he's really cool, and he's my friend, kind of, sort of, yes, and he's really cool and fun, and I wanted to mention him because I became friends with him this year and his content. I'm trying to think of other channels that I watched, like, this year. Oh, also, something that I can mention is, like, a number 15 thing that happened this year. Joe / this. Margarita and Stefan released music this year. That's amazing. Mikey and, like, Luke released, like, a EP CD thing, but Stefan released Make Me Cry, and he's released an EP in January, and I'm so excited. And Margarita released an EP. I did a reaction to that. You can go watch that on my channel. And I love both of them, and I'm so excited for new music in the future, and EPs and CDs, and maybe Alex will have music or a movie or something, and they're all going to do so many cool things this next year, and hopefully I meet them, because you don't know how many times in 2016, one of them I said, like, I need to meet you, I want to meet you, I want to go to Louisiana, blah, 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 and I'm like, just do it already, stop talking about it and make it happen. Anyway, so that's like a slash, because it kind of went together, because I found Joe through Jessica, who is friends with all of them, so thanks, Jessica. Love ya. And the number 16 thing that I did this year, the 16th thing worth mentioning, guaranteed, I'm gonna be, like, done filming this video, and then realize something, like, super important that I forgot to mention, and I'm going to hate myself, because I'm struggling now to come up with 16 things. 16 thing that happened this year. This is way out of order. I went back to my neck doctor. I have Klippel-Feil syndrome. I have a video of that on my channel, which is my most viewed video, and that's really awesome and really nice, and I love that that's my most viewed video, because it's the most important video to me. Before kind of this semester started, I went back for, like, a checkup. I'm supposed to go every year, and I haven't been in, like, 5 or 6, and I knew I felt fine. I didn't have any symptoms of anything slipping, but I was terrified nonetheless. And I went, and he basically cleared me, and he said, unless I have any problems, I don't have to go back for regular appointments. And that was the biggest relief, because my whole life, this has been hanging over my head. Like, pun not intended, but it's my neck. It's kind of a pun. All my life, I've been careful. Everything I do, watch this, watch that. I can't walk without, oh, walk slower, don't run. This, my whole childhood in my life, it's something I've dealt with. And now that I'm an adult, it's not as prominent of an issue. I had to mention it to people this semester just because I needed help with some things, but it's something that I won't always have to mention and I won't always have to talk about. And I want to talk about it here because I want to raise awareness to it. I definitely want to do more videos on it next year and answer questions. And oh, something really cool. A girl contacted me by the name of Megan Byers. Thank you, Megan. She left a comment on my video and I didn't see it. And then she messaged me on Instagram, I think, and I don't really check Instagram DMs because I never get them. And she tweeted me on Twitter, and I'm always on there, so I saw it and we DM'd. And I answered, like, questions for, like, her school project on, like, Klippel-Feil syndrome. She's, like, an education major. And that was amazing. Someone reaching out to me and being like, hey, do you want to be, I saw your video, I thought you'd be perfect for this. Like, I would love to do more of that. Speak out and kind of give my personal story because I have Klippel-Feil, but everyone's, like, everyone's level of Klippel-Feil is different. Mine's not as severe as some people's. Some people have, like, kidney problems and all kinds of stuff. Mine isn't as severe, and I like kind of talking about my condition. Not like I like bragging about it, like nothing like that, but I like kind of raising awareness to it and giving my side of the story. I think it's really cool to be able to share your experiences. So, with that being said, thank you, Megan, for doing that, and thank you, everyone, for an awesome year. All my subscribers, all my friends, all my family, all my favorite content creators and musicians and everyone that made this year amazing. This video is probably like 40 minutes long. I'm going to try to not do that, but it might be the longest video on my channel. We shall see. I love you all very much. In the new year, I hope more content, more awesome stuff. If there's anything you want to see in the new year, let me know down below. I hope that there will be some vlogs of me meeting some people. Certain people have said things about wanting to meet me next year, so hopefully, I know at least one of them will probably like definitely happen because she keeps saying it. Yes, Amanda, that's you, hi. But we'll see if Alex, you know, or anyone else holds up their end of the little bargain thing. We don't have a bargain, but if we did, I'd be holding you to it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching all of my videos in 2016. I'm gonna cry again. Why? I love you all very, very much. Subscribe if you're hungry for videos every Food Friday in 2017, and I will catch up with you guys in the new year. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, wherever you are. I hope you spend it with people you love, your family. I hope you kiss some cutie at midnight. I'm gonna be home alone with my dog, but that's okay, he's cute enough. Who needs boys when you have a beagle? Wow, I should put that on a shirt. Subscribe if you're hungry for videos every Food Friday in 2017. I already said that, but I will catch up with you guys in the new year. I love you all. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye, and stay saucy. Hey you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. There's a subscribe button down there. You should click it. Also, there's a video I made last week over here. You should go watch it. Also, there's a handy dandy little playlist full of punny or vlogs or whatever type of playlist I put on the side this week. Go watch them. Stay saucy.